Wranglers. Wranglers are giant hypnotic burrowing snakeworms. They live in cave levels, mostly level 669, level 52, and level 8, and their whole hunting strategy is to lure prey into a trance by twisting and contorting their bodies until you can't look away, and then at that point, they just eat you. Their skin is moist and translucent when they're young, so you can see the insides, and it gets grayer and more opaque as they age. Their eyes glow bright white to compensate for cave darkness, and their length ranges from 10 to 90 miles. Now, like the death moths, the males behave completely differently from the females. Males have vaguely human faces with wide, unsettling smiles, rougher skin, and a will to eat literally anything they encounter, including you and yo mama. But females look more like actual worms, have pincers instead of a mouth, and mostly just leave wanderers alone because they'd rather graze on vegetation and rock minerals. Well, unless they're preggers. Because a pregnant female wrangler will absolutely eat you to feed her young. In 2019, the MEG found a dead male wrangler on level 8, and it was blocking off pathways over 2 cubic miles of the level. It had died mid-no-clip, which meant parts of the caves were literally clipping through its body, and the inside was so massive it was structured like its own tunnel, full of skeletons, ancient weapons, and unidentified objects it had swallowed over centuries. They had to burn through it with pyro oil just to reopen the exit. Seawalkers. Somewhere in level 7.8, a subsection of level 7 that's basically an endless ocean covered in stilt houses, there are giants between 40 and 70 meters tall that walk on top of the water using elongated crab-like legs. They're called seawalkers, and they've solved a problem you didn't know giants had. Their skulls are extremely sensitive to sunlight, so they wear the stilt houses as shells. A seawalker will find a suitable house on the sea, remove its old shell, bend beneath a new one, jam its head inside the building, and stand back up, wearing an entire home like a hermit crab wearing an Airbnb. They swap houses whenever the current one gets too worn or too transparent to actually block the sun. Their bodies are slimy grey, their eyes are blank white and empty, and their heads connect directly to their legs, which is not how anatomy is supposed to work. They travel in groups of at least 3, always following one member as a leader, and they share food with each other, which is a shockingly considerate arrangement given how they look. They also don't care about humans at all. They graze on dead coral and mostly ignore the wanderers sailing around beneath them. The only real risk is that a seawalker might pick your specific stilt house as its next shell while you happen to be inside it, which is your problem, not theirs. They reproduce asexually. Every seawalker can lay eggs, and the eggs hatch into fully self-sufficient baby seawalkers that decide for themselves whether they want to follow their parent or go form a friend group with other juveniles, which is the healthiest child-rearing arrangement in the entire Backrooms.